It is time to make the sound to summon the stream. Hello, Metaverse. Hello, Suleiman. It is now time. Suleiman, I appreciate your enthusiasm, but I do want to try to focus on working on the lore, a lot of the smaller lore bits for the RPG Maker project myself, just so I can have like an internal consistency throughout. Alright, so today is going to suck, because today we are heading to the nuclear production complex, which is absolutely surrounded by sectors that are going to kick the crap out of me. So I need to get in here, and I need to do them quickly. I need to be efficient, and on top of being efficient, I also need to... okay. Alright, so here is the landing point. So they're going to have to go through here. We do have the opportunity to build a Spectre. So Spectres use thorium for ammo. Okay. We've also got a bunch of this stuff. Vaults, thorium reactors. Yeah, there's a lot of stuff there that we're going to have to try to work with. But first, let's get our starter power going. I also understand that this sector has a tier 5 flyer for its Guardian, apparently. So that's going to be a lot of fun. And let's also get some monos going. Alright, let's go. First things first, let's prioritize getting our construction helpers built. Go, 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 go. Okay, perfect. There we go. Come on, get that built. Perfect. All right. To be honest, I am not too concerned about dealing with the tier 5 unit at the end. But believe it or not, I'm truly not too concerned about it. Okay, we're not going to need those. We're not going to need these. We can do better with all of that. But what we are going to need is thorium. And those seem like the two best spots for thorium. Cool. Yeah, get rid of all that. Get rid of all that. Get some power going. Cool. Dude, come on. There. Alright, cool. And then start deconstructing that. Reconstruct it. That's fine. Very good. Get the rest of the power network going over here. Okay. That should be fine. Cool. Cool. Where does all this lead to, anyway? Okay, multiple laser drills. Cool. All of you are going to be on assist mode. This all looks extremely unimportant. Okay, that's fine. Alright. What are these? Surge towers? Okay, sure. Perfect. Okay, that should bring me up to enough polys. So the rest of you can just focus on monos. And a few of these. We really don't need these, but we do need more materials. Oh! Oh, we've got some salvos here, huh? Alright, fair enough. Okay. So, I have heard really good things about the Swarmer. Ooh. Okay, I can see why. Interesting. Alright, all of you guys, you're all going to be on assisting. So, first thing we want to do, let's lay down a line of walls. Cool. There we go, some plastanium. Backed up by some titanium. So you can have liquid. Interesting. Next priority. We need materials. We are basically going to be launching from this sector directly into an extreme level threat. So we want to make absolutely sure that we are collecting a sufficient number of resources. There's a fair amount of scrap around. Okay. So what we're really going to need is more defenses. Some salvos, which are best off with thorium. There we go. Nice and easy. Perfect. So, something I want to do is put some bait here. Some of the flying units are attracted to generators. So we want to make sure that we have some generators there. The bigger threat is going to be the tier 5 units at the end. So we're going to need a significant amount of power. I could run an impact reactor Thorium reactors will only explode if they're being fed thorium. I don't have any intention of actually powering those. They exist purely as bait. I am going to assume that the AI will not differentiate between active and inactive reactors. So water extractors are going to be more effective on ice. That's good. I don't believe they explode unless they specifically have thorium. I'm not 100% sure on that, but either way, they're far enough that they shouldn't be of immediate concern. There we go. Just disassemble all of that. Oh, right. I should probably actually have all my thorium output feeding into something. How about a vault? Okay. That's good. Nice and easy. Along with an overflow gate. So we can feed the extra titanium back home. There we go. That is not at all what I wanted to do. There. Come on, go, 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 go. Oh, right. Unloader. Hold on. Okay, unloader goes here. Overflow gate goes here. And you're going to unload thorium. There we go. Alright, so first things first. What I really, really need is a good supply of cryo fluid. So we've got plenty of water here. Where can I find titanium? That's the real question. Okay, so there's titanium here. So I want to actually get this to work properly. So if I put a liquid router here, then it will output to both of the cryofluid mixers. So then if I do it again here, then it can output into both of the cryofluid mixers. Then if I run a router here, we can have our titanium feed into the cryofluid mixers. Okay. And then the pulse conduit can feed into a liquid tank like that. Okay. So that works. We are currently sitting at negative power. So we are going to need more energy. Which honestly might just be best done with some steam generators. So if we put some more water extractors here and have them run into a tank. Just like that. And then we can have the tank output to a bunch of steam generators. And we can have a distributor outputting into 5 steam generators. Just like that. So then all I need is a source of coal. This looks like a good source of coal. There we go. And then we just need a little bit of power down here. And just a few pneumatic drills to help feed into it. Okay. Cool. Okay. So now we've got a bunch of cryo fluid. Cool. And we can have all this go to a big tank. That'll be fine to start storing it. But the bigger priority now is to get those power production facilities online. There we go. Okay, it's not a great supply of coal. How long does it take the steam generator to produce? 1.5 seconds? There we go. Okay. So now we are 1,000 over limit, which is good. So now what we want is to run an impact reactor. We can run a couple of mass drivers. There we go. Okay. And run an unloader, some blast compound. Okay. And you are going to go here. Okay. Oh, you're not powered. Okay. Alright, so you receive Blast Compound. That's going to power the Impact Reactor. And now we should be outputting a ridiculous amount of power. Oh, God. How does this thing work, exactly? Oh, wow. Okay. And how much is it actually consuming? A decent amount, but not enough to be concerning. Okay. Okay. So what I need is several foreshadows. Okay, okay. That works. Let's lay a titanium wall. Thank you for giving me your assistance, Polys. I appreciate it. After the next wave, we will switch the central distribution to be outputting here. Oh yeah, we are chewing through our silicone here. Okay, that's fine. So we're actually going to leave an area that can be walked through intentionally. Next, we're going to put a distributor here. We are going to move this here, and this here. Actually, that one's not necessary. But this is going to be an inverted sorter. So that when the time comes, I can feed Surge Alloy into this. Okay. Very good. Okay. Okay. Perfect. Actually, these probably should be plastanium walls. That should work. Okay, that is fine. Oh, right, we're out of silicone. That's fine, that's fine. It's all gonna work out anyway. We'll just have an overflow gate, which can run onto that thorium overflow gate. That'll be fine. Come on in, boys! Okay. Let's... make that... cryo fluid... all the way in. Alright, good. Good. Alright, next objective. We head to central distribution, and we alter it so that central distribution is now distributing to the nuclear production facility. So let's wait until at least one launch goes off. Okay, we've got launches running. You now have a significant amount of imports. Very good. And why are you not... Oh my god, you're not running in lead. Okay. There we go. Yep, keep working on that. We're gonna need a lot more materials. Very nice. Okay, and now we can work on improving our mining facilities. We've got plenty of power to handle pretty much anything that we could need. But, just in case, let's also build a few batteries. There we go. We still have a surplus of over 6,000 power. That's good. Oh, wait. Not salvos. No, those are meant to be lancers. Very good. Okay, that's fine. Let's run a salvo here. Let's run a couple salvos here. Let's run some salvos here. There we go. Okay. Good. I mean, sure. Why not put an overdrive projector there? And while we're at it, why not put overdrive protectors here? Make damn sure that my 4 shadows are well protected. Because when the time comes for the T5, it's going to be intense. I think we can also run some cryo fluid into a couple of these. Is the production going okay? Yeah, the production's actually going super good. Except that it is not making it past here. There we go. Okay. So we really should have another line of cryo fluid generation going on. Okay. I can make that work. That's fine. Go, repair. Cool. Thanks, guys. All right, back on assist mode. Okay. So we need to have this go over here and then into here. And we need this to come over here and down here and into there. And then we need a router to go here, and then another router here. Okay. Whoops. Down you go. And then this is the output line. There. Which needs to flow into here. Which then flows into here. Okay. I mean, it seems to be working okay. We are slowly starting to build up our stock of supplies again as well. Let's put a liquid router here. And then a pulse conduit going all the way over here, running to a liquid container, which has a few outputs. One of them being here, one of them being here. Okay, so each of these is now receiving cryo fluid, except this one, and that's fine. Are we now draining faster than we have it coming in, though? No, we're still doing okay. That's fine. The problem here is power. Oh my god, this network is not connected to the primary power network. There we go. Okay, more thorium. Not bad, not bad. Honestly, we should be pretty fine. And we're just going to constantly have more resources being imported, including massive amounts of silicone. I think we're actually okay. We no longer need those. So let's put an unloader here. This one's going to be for surge alloy. Okay. And we're going to have an overflow gate here. Cool. All right, I think that works. We've now just got a big ol' cycle of this stuff. Why is this blocked? Okay. Cool. So, are we getting surge alloy into every unit? Yes. Okay, good. In that case, we really don't need the surge alloy for right now. Perfect. Oh. So we've got overdrive protectors, ammo. Alright. So when the time comes for... when the time comes for a tier 5 unit to attack me, it will in theory be drawn to a pile of reactors. All of this is going to put it in range of 5 foreshadows, which are backed up by cryofluid, which are also under the effect of overdrive projectors. So then the next obvious step is to protect as much of the infrastructure as possible with plastanium and thorium walls. This will be, as far as I know... Hello, Cheeky. I am in the nuclear production complex. So, I am basically at the North Pole, and I am surrounded by eradication and extreme threats. Sector 78 is under attack. That's fine. That was always a known threat. There is nothing in Sector 7-8 that I truly fear losing. Power production is still nice and healthy. We also want to make sure that the impact reactor is well protected. And lay down a bunch of mend projectors. Okay. Good. We've still got a decent amount of defenses. And resources are flowing in well from central distribution. So let's just go ahead and let a few waves pass. Wave 49 is going to be the real threat. Okay, is there anything you need to rebuild? Is there anything you need to repair? I mean, we've got plenty of thorium. We could just put a separate wall here. Please assist. Very good, very good, very good. And next attack. Let's go. Okay, flyers. Right! Right. Right. That's what I forgot. Okay. Okay. I need water. So let's set up a couple water extractors. There. And we're still running a surplus of over 4,000 power, which is good. The amount of thorium coming out is honestly kind of insane. But that's alright. Might also be worth running just a few basic scatters to pick off the little ones. Or I could do the swarmers. No. Ripples. Ripples do good with silicone. Cyclone is best with plastanium. Well, I mean, it's best with surge alloy, but I really can't just be putting out a crap load of surge alloy. You know what? Sure. Let's go ahead and have a couple of plastanium-fueled cyclones. Just to help further mitigate the potential threat. Whoa, no, hold on. Okay, I have no idea how thorium ended up on the line. But I think it was just a quirk of the construction. I don't think it was anything serious to worry about. Okay. And right in there. And then a quick router over the top. And go. And then just a nice, simple overflow gate here. There we go. Okay, next. Very good. Keep it going. Okay. We are burning through these sectors now. We should slow it down just so we can continue to get our supplies sent in. Okay, that's good. Central distribution. Let's make sure we're sending graphite. Phase fabric. Okay. Go, my rockets! Send me all of your goodies. Perfect. Next one... Nah, let's head back. Okay. So we're still getting sent a good amount of supplies. Probably enough supplies that I don't need to worry too much. Why are none of you working? Oh. There we go. Okay. What? What's going... Oh, they're not producing... Okay, they're not producing because I'm... using up not enough cryo fluid. Let's apply a liquid router. And then... another liquid router. There we go. Okay. Do I have lead up here somewhere? Yes, I do. Okay. So I can set up a few... basic scatters. Okay. So, if we want to get lead fed into this... There we go. And now some basic pneumatic drills will probably be sufficient. There we go. Whee! And then we can put a couple more here. That'll provide a little bit of extra assurance. Okay, next wave. Good. And you know what? While we're at it, let's just go ahead and put down yet another one. Why not? And then we will have a vault and an unloader. There. So we can store up tons and tons of ammo for the scatters. Alright, next wave. And come to think of it, I should probably have a tsunami here as well. Okay. Not bad, not bad. Everything is working. Everything is holding. Okay. Looking pretty good. The material numbers are flowing in. We are not getting a lot of graphite, though. That could potentially be a problem, but it's not going to be a big problem. When I go to the eradication sectors, like, realistically, I'm at most going to have maybe 2 tier 5 units to complete it with, so not too worried about it. Alright, who's next? The upper wall is holding fine. Alright, now here's some big chunky guys. And now there are no more big chunky guys. Okay. This is all running pretty well. We're getting good amounts of resources from our... Oh, God. Okay. Oh, no. Hey, guys, would you mind helping with rebuilding? How about repair? Cool. Put you back on assist. Here we go. We're still running a very substantial surplus. I do not have any mend projectors protecting my foreshadows. That is quite concerning. And actually, I'm going to reinforce this line very substantially. Like, I am so worried about losing the ammo line that we are going to protect it with multiple lines of defense. And then we are going to back up all of them with mend projectors. Okay. Get him, boys! Take him down! Take him down! Good. Okay. Let's rebuild. I think it's time for a second layer of thorium walls. Wait, those aren't the thorium. Those are titanium. Oh my god, I've been building... No, screw it. No. I made a mistake. That's all supposed to be thorium walls. There we go. I thought they were a little bit squishier than they should be. Alright, let's get them built. Assist me. Okay. That's going to be much stronger. Alright, next up. That's it. That is a real crappy wave. The steam generators are all running fine. No real sign of titanium closer to base. There is so much scrap here. I could do amazing things if I captured this sector and actually managed to hold it. This would be an ideal place for manufacture. Okay, you know what? Graphite just takes coal, right? And graphite is like the one thing that I am very short on. Yeah, that's fine. Okay. Why are you not outputting? Oh, okay. No, I don't understand. Why are you not outputting to these things? Thank you. Okay. That was weird. Okay. Okay. Fine. 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 I can only assume that for some reason you are outputting back into the distributor itself, which is not a thing we want you to be doing. There. Yeah, it was. It was definitely somehow getting graphite fed into the distributor. Oh, okay. We actually do have some extra titanium here. Perfect. That's useful. Yeah. Just connect that way. The time will soon be here that I will have to start loading up my foreshadows. Okay. Is there any other nearby coal? Like, any at all that I haven't completely rendered inaccessible? No? Okay. Well, what if I just made these more efficient? Sure. Okay. Oh, wait. What the hell? Oh my god, how did you get past the lines? Oh my god. Okay. Hold on. What the crap? Okay, let's go. Oh my god. You guys need to immediately go back onto rebuilding duty. Holy crap. God damn it. Okay, what the hell did they do to get past my lines? Have you considered updating to the latest version? No, not particularly. As far as I understand, it's still in beta. If it was the official most latest Steam release, then that's what I would be using, but to date it is not, and so I have not. Okay. I have... Okay, has everything actually been, like, reassembled, or... Okay, I think... Alright, I think we're okay. There we go. So now we've got a bunch of water in the system. So that'll increase the coal production, which also means I'm going to be increasing my rate of graphite production, which is good. We can also put a water extractor here. And where are my little guys right now? Are they... Where are they? Okay. No, you actually are still trying to repair some stuff. Okay. Okay. Some more Mint projectors. We have 11,000 Surge Alloy. So I think the time has now come to start loading. What? Oh, those are my guys shooting. Right. That should be fine. Let's run even more scatter patterns. Yep, you just keep on repairing. Just keep doing a good job. Mostly you guys are just showing me where I need mend projectors. Okay, not bad, not bad. Sure, why not even more of them? God knows I'm definitely getting enough lead to supply all of this. Okay. It is kind of beta. The new difficulty system is already here, though, but the new Neoplasm units aren't. Yeah, I'm not... I'm not especially... It is publicly available. I do understand that. If I were to download it right now, how would it affect my saved campaign? That is the main thing I need to know. I know one thing that would happen is that I would need to add landing pads to all of the sectors that I'm using for launchpad distribution. So I do know that that's one thing. But aside from that, I really don't know how it would affect my current save. Hopefully, I have now put an absolutely stupid amount of anti-air here. I mean, I am getting graphite. I'm just not, like, super getting graphite at a rate that's good. It does help, though. The really interesting thing is when we get to that, tier 5 unit. That's freaking why! Because you absolute jerks are not flying toward any of my stuff. Ah. Damn you. Okay. Okay. So I can at least run a few scattered forces. Not a lot of them. But then I'm also not going to need the kind of numbers that I have in the north. Okay. That will at least help, I think. What I could also do is put some water extractors near them. Okay, my power requirements have massively changed. Okay. Mostly because those things use a horrifying amount of power. We absolutely cannot afford to let the impact reactor go offline. Okay. So we are now super negative. Oh! I'm negative because I'm not getting any more of the blast compound. Right. Okay, that makes sense. Okay. That's on me. Whoops. Whoopsies. Yeah, we're going to need to have the mass drivers get this stuff out. Oh my god, you had so much loaded in there. You've got to get that surge alloy out, man. Oh no. Okay, no, stop with that. Stop with that. The blast compound is more important. Yep, Sector 7-8 has been captured. That's not a surprise. Oh, dear God. Crap. Okay. I need to fix this. I need to fix this, and I need to fix this immediately. Okay. Guys, I need you to assist me. Please, and very quickly. Okay, good. Alright, unloader, thorium. Cool. Okay. We need that impact reactor spun up again. We need it immediately. Okay. Guardian approaching in 5 waves. Okay. So, in between waves, I can probably get the impact reactor spun up again. This does not bode well. Okay, 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 okay. The impact reactor is spinning up. Good. Good, 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 good. Now we need to make sure that we get Surge Alloy in here. There we go. Okay. We are net positive again. Go on a repair trip. We are doing okay. The real challenge is if I'm going to be able to hold off a tier 5 unit, like I know is coming. Okay, you guys are all done? Let's just come assist me. We're going to keep an eye on things here. We've got the Surge Alloy. Let's actually put a container and then an unloader there. This will let me store up a lot of additional ammo. At this point, we are actually going to wait out the clock now. If my theory is correct, it will be drawn to the largest contingent of reactors. And we do not need the steam power anymore. So we can just instead increase the graphite production. We can also put another graphite press here and another graphite press here. Okay. There. Okay, that's fine. Go to rebuild. I still have never gotten an answer of what happens to my campaign save if I upgrade to the new version. Can we actually support everything here with one impact reactor? That is the question. Okay. So I think we do want to at least run that. Okay. Yes, that leaves me safely positive. Oh god, these were not even properly connected to the main network. Alright. Alright, this is where it's gonna get rough. This is where it's really gonna get rough. These last 3 waves are going to determine everything. So I'm going to do my part and I'm going to shoot at them. And we're going to build yet another line of thorium walls. And then a line of plastanium walls on top of it. This is gonna get really, really bad. Okay. Okay. I have done all that I can to prepare based on my understanding of the threat that I am about to face. I don't know what happens now. But I hope that a pile of foreshadows will be sufficient. Let's rebuild, boys. Alright, repair. Okay, okay. The moment has come. If I do claim this sector, I will have to, almost immediately, capture one of the sectors surrounding it. This is about to get real bad. I tried my best. And... Oh, right. I actually didn't lose Sector 78. Right, when it says captured, it means that you win. It didn't say lost. 30 seconds. 30 seconds until we see if my understanding of how to prepare for Tier 5 units is enough to have me survive the assault. Okay. Okay. I can do this. I can do this. I do want to check something real quick. What does it take to build this? Okay, it's like 20 graphite. That's fine. All right, here we go. Here we go. That is my enemy. As I expected, it's heading straight toward my reactor pile. My thorium reactors. I do want to make sure, like, thorium reactors don't explode unless they're powered, right? I'm almost sure that my chatter was wrong about that. Will explode violently if insufficient amounts of coolant are supplied. Yeah. So my reading of that is that this is a safe strategy. Oh my... This thing's not even gonna get close to the reactors. Okay. I mean... I win? That wasn't even hard. That was fine. Oh my god! That was such overkill! Alright. Alright, now let's do something real important here. So there's 2 eradication bases around this one. And there's 2 extreme enemy bases around this one. I want to move straight into one of the eradications. We're going to take our maximum supply of stuff. And we're immediately moving in. Okay. So, the enemy has 1 hell of a base. I mean, this is actually absurd. My understanding is that if I want any chance of taking this down, I basically have to have tier 5 units. So, first thing we're going to do is run our starter power right here. And then we are going to start with our better mono. Immediately have some stuff running into the power. But first priority is to get the monos built. Okay, that's fine. Good. Okay, come on. Get the distributor going. Oh, God. Nope. Alright, enemies are already here. First thing, we're going to need to run the scatter pattern. Get an unloader going. Okay, that's fine. Dude, build it. Okay, that's fine. Get the lead going. Okay, distributor. There we go. That's fine. Scatter, scatter. And going to have to rebuild all of that. I may be absolutely repelled from this sector without being able to do anything about it. That is an extremely probable outcome for attempting this. But I have to capture one of these sometime. And the main thing we need is to get this power flowing. Okay, we have power. Power is flowing. There we go. Get a Mind projector up and running. Okay. We're doing okay. So far, we are alive. How much power does the tier 5 need? Also, it does not supply enough. We do not have enough lead to build it. And it's going to require 2,892 power. Okay. Okay, okay, we are fine. Okay. So, as soon as this wave is dead... Oh, God, they stagger the waves. Okay. Alright, we go here. We immediately switch the distribution to Sector 224. Then we immediately go back to Sector 224, which is fine. So Sector 224 should now be receiving a very substantial import. God, I have so little room to work with. I think all I can really do for right now is get some tier 4s going. Okay. Cool. And... go. Come on, get the new scatters built. Okay, that's fine. Oh, God. Nope. They... Okay, yep. I lose this. Yeah. There is nothing I could have done to survive this. Well, so much for that. I do not understand how you would actually go about capturing something like that. That magnitude of offense is actually insane. But I do get to unlock a new type of drill. And I do unlock a Spectre. So, as far as I can see, I have now unlocked everything on the upper portion of the research tree. And it's not like these things make me have to hold a location before they'll give me their bonuses. I just have to capture them and then I'm done, so... I do not believe that I have the capacity to actually capture this entire planet. I simply do not think that is a thing that I am capable of doing. So, I think my main goal for the series is going to be just completely finishing up the Serpulo research tree, which does just mean the capturing the different named sectors at this point, since I'm pretty much done with research. I simply do not have any understanding of how I would do this. I can't even begin to wrap my head around how I would go about managing something like that. So that's okay. I did give it a good attempt. I did capture the nuclear production complex, which was the main thing I wanted to do today. I would imagine that I am definitely not going to be able to hold it. But that's okay, because the next thing I'll be doing is moving on to Coastline, Desolate Rift, just, trying to capture the other named sectors, and once I've captured all the named sectors, I will consider this a finished series. I mean, at least I'll be satisfied. But I'm afraid that's really all the time I have for right now. I was already streaming a good 2.5 hours earlier this morning, and this was another almost 2 hours, an hour 45 on top of that. So that's going to be it for me for today. Join me next time when we move to the coastline. Yeah, we'll take coastline. We might try Desolate Rift. We will see what gets unlocked after those. Continue trying to get to the ultimate version of the boat. That should be fun. And who knows? Maybe by then the game itself will be ready to fully update to the next version for regular release. And if that's the case, God only knows what happens then, because I still don't have an answer. So thank you all so much for watching. I actually have done some work on Irakir before. I actually first started on Irakir specifically because its description seemed to imply that it would provide a more linear experience, which sound significantly more pleasant to me. And then, as I did that, other people were like, no, you should do Serpulo. Irakir is not done. I said, okay, fine, I'll do Serpulo, and, well, that's where we've been ever since. I'm not going to go through all of Irakir. I already know that for sure. This is easily the kind of game where I could potentially have a series that would just go on and on and on and on and on. And to be completely honest, I just don't have that degree of interest in it. Not enough to justify that once I've finished capturing my named sectors. So, yeah, that'll be the plan. So probably, I don't know, how many more named sectors even are there? Mindustry is below named sectors. Ugh. There's Naval Fortress and so Naval Fortress and Desolate Rift are the extreme sectors, and then the Planetary Launch Terminal looks like it would be the last one with an eradication tier threat. That looks like that would be absolutely insane trying to get. But that's definitely what I'm going to be working toward, and I have something in my eye. It is honestly bothering me a lot. So, yeah, that's going to be it for today. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you all on the next one. It is time to make the sound to summon the end of the stream. Whoa, 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 whoa.